State constituency in the River State House of Assembly, Victor Okojumbo, emerged as the Speaker. Mr. Saraiwe said President Tinubu also lacks the right to overrule a court of competent jurisdiction. Yesterday, while making his remarks after his emergence as Speaker of pro-Fubara lawmakers, Victor Okojumbo declared all decisions taken by the Martin Amihule-led Assembly null and void.
These former members defected from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the APC, and consequently, the Right Honorable Edison Ogeren-Ehie wrote to the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) declaring the seats of the 25 lawmakers vacant. Further, my distinguished colleagues, there are plethora of cases pending in our courts further to the defection of the former lawmakers. All laws, plenary session, and actions taken by the illegal House are hereby declared void and a nullity in the eyes of the law.
Mr. Okojumbo also called on Governor Fubara to stop any further dealings with the Martin Amihule-led Assembly.
This House will want to most respectfully urge and call on His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, to desist forthwith from further dealings with the 25 lawmakers in whatever guise. Those members are merely floating and do not have any landing ground or anywhere to bat their ship. Since their defection to the All Progressive Congress, this House is the legal and constitutionally recognized House by virtue of the defection and is ready to receive correspondence from and work with His Excellency.
On a spot, the member representing Ahoda West, Sokari Goodboy, said he has been elected leader of the House. He also warned that should Governor Fubara continue to deal with the Martin Amihule-led lawmakers, they will begin impeachment against him.
To further warn that if His Excellency ever have any dealing with those former members, that we, the regional members of the 10th Assembly, who by the special grace of God, by constitutional powers, we form the right quorum, but we have no choice than to raise our hammers, and you all know what it means, to commence an impeachment proceedings against him.
It is, however, not clear how many lawmakers were present during the plenary that produced Mr. Okojumbo as Speaker, but he was led to the plenary with the original mace of the River State House of Assembly by the Sergeant-at-Arms, David Wariboko, who managed the last sitting of the Martin Amihule-led Assembly in the same position. As you may know, before the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, fell out with the former governor and now FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, the member representing Obiakpo constituency C1, Martin Amihule, was first elected Speaker of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly, and the member representing Ahoda East at the time, Edison Ehie, was the House leader. But in October 2023, the fallout between Governor Fubara and the FCT minister split the State Assembly. Mr. Ehie was removed as House leader as he led 3 other lawmakers and became loyal to the governor. The rest, 27 of them, including the Speaker, who were loyal to the FCT minister, defected from the PDP to the APC. Mr. Ehie announced himself Speaker afterwards, presiding over plenary at the Government House. The Martin Amihule-led faction continued to hold a plenary at the auditorium of the Assembly complex, which was later pulled down. They moved their sittings to the Assembly quarters and have continued ever since. On December 29, 2023, Mr. Ehie resigned his factional speaker position to become the Chief of Staff at the River State Government House. In a related development, the Martin Amihule-led River State House of Assembly has described comments by Governor Fubara that they do not exist as unguarded and a direct affront to the Constitution of Nigeria. Now, they spoke during plenary after the House Majority Leader, Major Jack, called members' attention to the governor's statement. Speaker of the House, Martin Amihule, said it is a sad moment for River State, but the House will continue to perform its constitutional functions as an institution and as one of the arms of a democratic government. In the meantime, the House again vetoed Governor Fubara by consolidating the River State Local Government Amendment Law No. 5 of 2018-2023 and River State Local Government Amendment Law No. 4 of 2024. The Speaker, Martin Amihule, said the bill is to consolidate all the local government laws in the state into one legislation. Mr. Amihule said the House looked at some critical sections and amended them for effective management of staff of the local government councils in the state in line with current realities. According to him, nobody will be allowed to hold any local government council to ransom. The House also read for the second time the Rivers State Electricity Market Bill, sponsored by the Speaker Martin Amihuli. The bill, when passed, is expected to transform the value chain of the electricity market and improve power supply in the state so businesses can thrive. In the same vein, the PDP has asked the APC to abolish any thought of impeaching Governor Fubara. The PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunwawa said this in a statement on Wednesday. Mr. Ologunwawa said such a statement by Mr. Okocha exposed what he calls the vile desperation of the APC to forcefully take over the oil-rich South state. The PDP claimed that the lawmakers being directed by Mr. Okocha are not legal members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot contemplate or exercise such powers under the law. And now the Labour Party is asking President Bola Tinubu to come clean on allegations of wrongdoing over the award and execution of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, said this in an interview with journalists yesterday. He said with the controversy trailing the award of the contract at a time when the economy was struggling, the president owes citizens some explanations. Still to come, military withdraws soldiers from Okwama community, Delta State. Stay tuned.
Are you up to date with ideas for sustainable development?
92.3 Nigeria Info serves you opportunities
to ask great questions.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. A federal high court in Abuja has granted 100 million naira bail, each with two sureties, to a former Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, his daughter, and two others. They are being tried over an alleged fraud to the tune of 2.7 billion naira. The court said the sureties must have landed properties in Abuja and also be responsible citizens. The court also restricted the defendant from traveling abroad without its permission. Now, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori has announced the complete withdrawal of the military from the Okwama community in the state. The governor disclosed this during a press conference in Asaba. He said the internally displaced persons IDP camp set up by his administration for a smooth and seamless resettlement of the displaced Okwama residents is already running. Recall that the military took over the community after 17 army personnel were killed in the Riverine community in the Ueli South local government area of the state. In business, the chairman Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Ifeanyi Uba, has again assured that the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries will be fully operational by the end of 2024. He gave the assurance at the ongoing 2024 Offshore Technology Conference, OTC, in Houston, Texas. In entertainment, the police say they are continuing with their investigation into the circumstances leading to the death of the late singer Mohbad. In sports, Chelsea have not offered Belgium forward Romelu Lukaku as part of a possible deal for Napoli's Nigeria striker Victor Osimhen.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Heavy shelling is reported in Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip as U.S. President Joe Biden warns Israel against a major offensive there. President Biden says if Israeli troops enter the densely packed city, the U.S. will supply the weapons and artillery shells. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, has called it a very disappointing statement.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. A stakeholder, Anab Saraiwe, has reacted to the emergence of Victor Okojumbo as Speaker, Rivers Assembly. Martin Amihula-led lawmakers have criticized Governor Fubara for labeling them as non-existent. Federal High Court has granted bail to former Minister of Aviation Hadi Sirika, daughter, and others over alleged 2.7 billion naira fraud. The military has withdrawn soldiers from Okwama community in Delta State. On the foreign scene, Israel has started bombarding Rafah as President Biden warns against major ground offensive. The news was edited by Onyeka Musu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.